I'm bitter, and I wanted to do a 100-day hardcore one-block skyblock world. As you can tell by the title of the video and the fact that this video is so short, I died. Let me tell you how. Before I had gotten into day 1, I was already quite optimistic. I had tested a bit and knew what I should do, at least for the first few breaks. I had a method for writing things down because I wanted to know what I had done every one of the 100 days, so I could make a nice, thorough video on it. This is useful for this video because I know what I did every single day and can tell you exactly where I messed up. I started day 1 reading this book out loud to myself in the game mode selection room. Not long after, I got right into breaking the block. Almost immediately, you get some saplings in a chest, so it's time to build out and make a tree. Then, you want to build a floor so saplings don't fall everywhere. Then you get back on the block, and it doesn't take long from there for you to get a pickaxe in a chest. Eventually, I got a cobweb, which told me it was mob time, so I expanded the floor. Then, it was mob time. I got a spider, and then a cobblestone generator in a chest. And then not much happened for most of the day. I made a hole under the block, or started to. I made a floor under it. I made the cobblestone generator. And then I got a really interesting chest. You see, I got a chest with monster spawn eggs and a monster spawner block. I had big plans for this, so I didn't do anything with it today. Though I did get a villager. And you see, not only did I get one villager, I actually got a second. I had to panic build a floor to keep him safe, but the pigs that had spawned in, come from the block, nearly pushed the first one off, and not long after, nearly pushed off the second, so I had to panic build a floor again to prevent this from happening. Now, I know I haven't mentioned it yet, but the block sort of goes through biomes as you continue to mine it. The great news for me is, aside from changing the biome once, past the point of the villagers, nothing else exciting happened. No more scares. Day 2 wasn't all that exciting. I built a floor out and built a pit under the block, so if a mob spawned, it wouldn't spawn on me. I also farmed a little cobblestone and made a crop farm. At this point, there's only potatoes and beetroot on it, but I had plans to put sugarcane and pumpkin and melon and pretty much anything I got in roughly the same area. Also, I got bees in a chest, like bee spawn eggs. After collecting some bees, we entered the desert, and sometime after the desert, we got a baby cow who I had to speed build a fence for. And then after building a fence for a baby cow, in the beginning of day 3, we obtained the nether. We got to the nether. And during the nether section, I got 2 of the 3 wither skulls needed. Just 2 of the 3, which means that I probably would have stumbled into another nether section and really gotten what I needed later on. Well before even the middle of day 3, I was pretty much done with the block for now. I wanted to let some grass grow, and I wanted to collect cobblestone to work on the big mob spawner that we needed to do. So, by this point, I wasn't just confident in my abilities, I became comfortable. And as anyone who plays any particularly challenging game knows, comfort leads to complacency. I started to get lazy. Days 4 and 5 were pretty boring. I only did cobble farming and expanded the mob farm. Nothing else happened until day 6. Now, on day 6, I did continue working on the mob farm, but I also started using the block again as grass had grown far enough, and I made it through a jungle and ocean biome section with the block. Also, I got a sponge. Day 7 was a pretty substantial one for this world, expanding the floors, working on the block more, making it to Mushroom Islands, by the way, and entering the nether. Now, this nether was a boring, regular nether, so I just sort of built around one side of the portal and then left, because there just wasn't anything to do there. Day 8 was shaping up to be probably the most boring day on the list. I was going to just farm up some cobblestone and put the roof on the mob grinder, and then put a spawner in. I had yet to choose which one, but I was pretty sure it was going to be zombies that I'd put in the spawner. But I did something terribly dumb. Now, for those of you who are just listening to this, if you could kindly turn your attention to the screen, you'll see me searching in my chests to find cobblestone. Then you'll see me realizing I have a chest that's buried there, and you'll see me forgetting that lava flows. I tried to jump into the pit with the block because I had poured water there. I was not fast enough. Now, if I would have simply turned around and broken a block on the other side of the cobblestone generator, well, I'd have been 1 block away from water. But I got lazy, I got comfortable, and I got dead. So, how will I do better next time and hopefully make it past day 8? Well, step 1, I have to take it slower. And so keeping everything separate for a start, keeping my chests out of lava, hopefully that'll allow me to keep myself out of lava. Step 2, I'm going to farm more trees, and probably more crops as well. Step 3 is collect cobblestone early. The idea being that I can just build out everywhere and not have to worry about it. I'm less inclined to build things on top of each other if I have more space. Step 4 is going to be enchant sooner, because you get an enchantment table, and you get 2 anvils, I think it is, before day 8. Number 5 is I'm going to make a spawnerless mob farm. So it's just going to be a box. That's it. It's going to be a box in the dark. And it's going to work. Probably not perfectly, but it'll get me all the mobs I need until I have my mind made up about what I'm putting in that spawner cage. So it's outro time, but I'm bad at these and don't know what to put here. So here's some pictures of my cat. He's a stinky old man, and he's sitting right next to me as I finish recording this video. Also, if you enjoyed this, subscribe. There will be more of this. Hopefully, the next one you see is me actually completing 100 days. But that one's going to probably be at least a good couple of weeks after I put this video out. I'll end this off with probably my favorite picture. Goodbye.